Good morning, everybody. Today I'm sharing with you a journal I have made, and this is my Crafty Me shop, or my first Crafty Me shop project that I've put together using the beautiful laces and trims from Crafty Me shop. I've actually used the doily kit that was in my design package. I'll put a link to my design package video in the description box below, and you can see it's right at the end of that video. It's the last little package I opened, and it had a beautiful doily kit in there, and I've pretty well used all of it because this is what's left. Not a lot. A couple of rosettes. I have all the buttons left because I'll use those on a different project. I have about 1.5 doilies left. I didn't use the pictures in there. And another little rosette, a bit of the fabric ribbon with the words on it, and one of the gems there. So I did pretty well using all that kit, and like I said, these other things will be used in another project down the line. So I have used also a couple of pieces from my stash of Crafty Me stuff. All the lace in the journal is from Crafty Me shop. All the appliques, everything lacy is from Crafty Me shop in this journal. So I have a little offcut of lace here. Oh, and the paper line I've used is the Stamperia old lace paper line. I've had that for a while now, and I've been just putting off using it because I was a bit daunted. People make beautiful things with it, and it's always a little bit difficult to cut into a new paper pad, but I did, and I think I have 3 little pieces of it. I absolutely used everything in that kit. So here's the cover. This is a beautiful lace down the bottom that I've used. That was from my stash of Crafty Me stuff. I just thought I needed to add a bit of lace down the bottom on the cover. I have made a moth for myself, and there are moths in the kit on the paper line, but I was actually inspired by one I made a few years ago. I've made a few of these, and they're very similar to the moth that's depicted in the paper line. I will point that out when I get to it. But I've had this on my desk, and I thought, okay, I will make something similar, but of course it can't be the same because like these wings here are not puffed up. The body is all spongy. These are puffed up, but as you can see there, it's kind of dimensional. I needed to keep it fairly flat. I've used all Crafty Me shop lace to make the wings of it. This little bit of fabric here was a little bit of fabric that Gail, who is father of 4, thank you Gail, sent me some time ago. So I used that just to break it up a little bit. Then I've used some beautiful silk fabric, and then this lovely, oh it's so pretty, lace trim. From Crafty Me shop. I've used that in a couple of spots in the journal. Okay, I've used the ribbon. I might have to press that ribbon, and that is from Crafty Me shop. Also, it was probably closing a design package or something. Did you see how that just flopped open? Once again, I tried to keep it small, but that didn't work. That's the back of it there. I've just used the paper line, collaged it all together. And there we go, and let's go inside. It has a hollow spine, but it's very full. So I've made a collage of the papers for the inside cover, and I've used this gorgeous applique piece that was in the doily book kit. I think it just sort of sets those papers off beautiful. It's lovely. And one of the laces that was in the kit also, I've just put a piece down the side there. And then a little bit of offcut up the top on that as well. I've used the doily. I cut the doily up and used it throughout. I decided not to go for a doily book like in a fabric doily book. I really wanted to make a journal. I loved the things that were in the kit, so that's how I've used that kit. And that just has some papers in there. And that's a little bit of corded lace that I've cut up, and that's, like I said, everything from Crafty Me shop. And it just pokes out the side there and looks pretty. Then we go into our first signature. There are 72 pages in this journal. And the journal actually measures 6 1/4 by 8 3/4, and it has a 2-inch spine. Okay. So in the doily kit, there were a couple of trims that I decided not to keep in the kit, and they were these ones here, this beautiful beaded trim, and this second beaded trim here, and this lovely piece of silk ribbon. I just felt they didn't go with what I was aiming for. The colours, although very pretty and beautiful, they didn't go with this look, so I've put those aside. I've put them in a little bag with all the other little pink kit that came, and I think they will go much better in that kit. And what I did was I had this gorgeous beaded trim from Crafty Me shop, and I decided to replace those things with this beaded trim. So I still had something beaded from Crafty Me shop and used that. And I put that across the top there. Love that trim. I've used that in journals before. Another trim going down the side there. That's a really pretty one. Let me see if I can find that one for you as well. I tried to keep out what I was using, but, you know, sometimes we put things away. Here we go. This one here. Very pretty one. This gold piece here was in the kit, and I've cut it and used it half here and half further along. There's a couple of tags. Well, there's a tag there that I've used, and just an envelope. I made these quite some time ago, and I think this lace is actually off a garment. But I made these a long time ago, and I just thought they went really nicely in here. And I have the other doily there and a little tag in there. Just a tuck spot there. I've used the lace die cut from Tim Holtz as well. I've stitched around the pages, and the pages are all tea stained. There's a lovely offcut of lace, once again, Crafty Me shop. A tag, and this is a stamp from Stamperia. It doesn't say the name of it, but it's really pretty. It's these ones. It's got like doilies and lace and things like that in there, and I remembered to use it. And this is one of the butterfly images on the page here, and I just cut that out. I glued it onto some fabric and then frayed the edges of the fabric. That is, you can lift that up, but it makes the paper strong so that they're not going to rip or anything like that. Then I just found a little bit of trim that had some, it was it's this beautiful one, actually. What was that? This one. I can get an end piece here. You see this? It's actually, see that round part there? I cut that round part off and just cut it in half and then faced it the opposite way, and that made little antennas for the little moth there. See that? So that's how I did that. And you can see that I tried to make my cover moth similar style to those, but they do actually remind me of these, so it's kind of all blended in together. This is a gorgeous trim from Crafty Me shop down the side there as well. This is a beautiful, beautiful trim from Crafty Me shop. It comes like this. absolutely gorgeous and looks wonderful on there. I love the way it looks on there. And this also is a trim that I've just backed with a bit of file folder. And that is the pocket for that. I have some little flowers, just some plain. There are a few plain pages in here. I can't fill every page up simply because I'd never close the book. Part of the doily there, and one of the rosettes I just stitched straight down the centre of that and put it there. A couple of blank pages there. I made a little bunting banner from the paperline, and then I used just a tiny little bit of silver stickles and put a little bit at the end and little dots in between. I just thought that was a little whimsical kind of touch there. I have a little tuck spot here, more of the Tim Holtz lace dies, some lovely lace from Crafty Me shop, and also some flowers from one of the flower trims. Another piece from Crafty Me shop, and just back of the doily there. Another lovely applique piece there, absolutely beautiful, and it's just there because it's beautiful. And some seam binding. The chiffon that was in the kit, I've just ruffled it up down the side there and stitched that on. Also this lace and this little beautiful flower trim was in the kit. I've just made one of these little, I don't know what they're called. I forget what they're called. I made those long time ago. So it's just ripped up paper in the shape of a circle, and you can use it to write on if you want. It has a little cupcake liner on it as well. And then I've got a layer of tulle, and then I've got a die cut. And Debbie from Crafty Stuff sent me those die cuts as well, so I've used those in there. Which side did that come from? Came from that side, didn't it? Okay. Okay, there we go. A little die cut there, little piece of the doily, and that lovely flower trim down the bottom there with a rosette tag in the pocket there, and another tag. These tags have been backed with manila file folder. Some tags have been backed with with tea stained paper. More die cuts, some more of the ruffled. I think that may have been my own fabric piece, that one. One of the little flowers from one of the trims, some flowers there. Little cupcake clip there. And one, it is actually one of the rosettes, but it wasn't quite big enough. So what I did was I cut the edge off another rosette and made this one bigger. So I just glued it around the edge of that one. And that's just put on there with one of those little hair clips. Like that. Oops. Come on. No. No room for you. Come on. Okay. Always a little visitor. More of the beautiful lace from Crafty Me shop. And I've also put a die cut over that as well, with a bit of seam binding bow. We have a pocket tuck here. It has some of the tags from the paper line there. They're so pretty, the paper line. You don't have to do a lot to them. They just look lovely the way they are. Right? They're just walking through as if you own the place. How lovely. Oh, no. And I just put a bit of the seam binding up the top there, and that's actually from the cover of the paper line. There's a brown mark, that was where the label across the front, but I used it all. I like to do that. Just a pocket with nothing in it there, and that's quite all right. You can put something in it. This is a little paper clip I made just out of one of the little corsets in the paper line. Just put one of the little flowers from the sweet little flower trim. That's from Crafty Me shop. I used one of the bell dangles, and that is from these lovely appliques here. They have like dangle bells on the bottom, so I've used one of those. I've used some of the chiffon ribbon and the seam binding from the kit. I've also used this lovely little trim here. It was a lace from the kit, and I just cut it down the middle so it comes in, you know, it makes 2 strips. And then I think that was just a bit of scrap of fabric I had, and so that's what that looks like. And that is enclosed, has a backing on it, so it's like an invisible kind of paper clip there. So that goes on that side there, just to add a bit of fun. I have a belly band here, and this is the beautiful rose trim from Crafty Me Shop. It's so beautiful, and I love it on the dark background there. It just makes it so much more visible. I'm just seeing what the cat's up to. She's creeping around trying to get my attention. I have a journal card in there. It's just some book paper from the Secret Garden. I've put a layer of tulle over the top of it. Put one of the die cuts from Debbie on there, and I've left that bottom part open. I just like the way, you know, it's a bit shaggy. The paper's a bit shaggy down there. So that goes in that pocket there. And this is the back. We have a little tuck spot here. That's the fabric ribbon with the words on it. And I've just put that in there. That's the doily. Some more. This is a shell trim from Crafty Me Shop. And this other little scalloped lace, of course. Oh, goodness. We have a tag here, and I've just put a little bit of glitter drops. That one there, glitter drops. Is there a colour on that? I don't know if there's a colour on it. What does that say? Gold Coast, it's called. And I've used that. It's the first time I've used that. It's a little bit dimensional. So I've done that little flower. That was from a flower trim from Crafty Me Shop. So I put that in there. And then this gorgeous lace that we got in the design, in my design package. I just thought it was so beautiful. So I cut a piece of dark cardstock. And I'm not sure, that might not be from the kit. That might be a Kaiser Craft. I had a dark Kaiser Craft paper, so that may be from there. I just think it makes the lace look beautiful, doesn't it? Just shows it off to perfection. So I've made that for in there. Then we have more of the gorgeous beaded trim across the top as well. This flower is from an applique from Crafty Me Shop as well, and I left the beads in the centre there. This is the back page of the first signature. This is a CD envelope I made a long time ago, and I just, you know, it's the same as this sort of thing. It was put away, and I thought it's time to sort of take them out and use the ones that I haven't used yet. Inside, I've just made a circle journal card to go in there. Like that. And there's some more of the printed fabric ribbon with the words on it, and that's just used to sort of hinge that on there. Now we're on to the second signature. I have a envelope that was in the kit that opens like that. You could put something inside of that if you wanted to. That part there is stuck to the cover. On the front here, I have a little tag I've made. That's an offcut from Crafty Me Shop. Then I've put a little eyelet, the pin, a little charm I made. And then there's this little lovely little flower with the dangles on it from Crafty Me Shop, plus a little bit of tulle. So that goes in there like that. And that's the moth once again, just stitched on there with some fabric. This gorgeous trim here is from Crafty Me Shop also. Did I leave that out? Oh, where is it? Here it is. This one here. and I left that white to use. It pops up from the background. There's another bit of that beautiful corded lace, a die cut and part of the doily. Opening it up, and we have a journal card, another envelope, and another journal card as well. Put those in there. We have the doily across there. See how that goes there, and then it folds over and it's on the cover there. This is the other part of that coffee coloured applique piece from the design package. The beaded trim is running down the side here, and then one of those lovely applique pieces there. Little tuck spot. Another lovely, lovely piece of lace applique. Another little banner. Pocket with the moth on it once again, and the gorgeous lace down the side. Little cupcake clip there, and it's got a lovely applique piece in the centre there. Another little journal spot there. I'm going quicker through the second one because they're generally the same sorts of things as the first signature. Little tuck spot once again, and these are all little offcuts. Another little clip there. This lace and the organza trim. Beautiful, beautiful applique piece. It's got just a couple of little tiny weeny little pearls and a very delicate metallic thread going through that. And then we have another journal spot there, and I've got some of the lovely little flowers from Crafty Me shop, and I've left the stitching on there. I quite like that. I've backed it with a file folder. Once again, the rosette from the kit. This gorgeous, gorgeous lace. This is from Crafty Me shop. I love that. And although that wasn't in the kit, I still wanted to use some of it in here. It was in my design package. So just 3 more of the tags from the collection, and another one there. The lovely flower trim down the bottom here, and another little applique piece. Same sort of thing again, and another little paperclip doll. You know, I made the signatures very similar because I wasn't sure whether I would make 2 journals or 1 journal, and if I made 2 I wanted to have similar things in it, but I ran out of paper to be able to cover 2, so I ended up making 1 large one again. So another belly band on here with another card in there, and once again that gorgeous lace. Isn't it just beautiful? I love the way that works, and you can have that either way. The doily piece at the back there, this lovely scallop trim. We have a little pocket in here with one of the flowers, and that shell trim down the bottom. Oh, it's on the paper. I thought it was something else. Beautiful, beautiful beaded trim down the side there. And then lastly, another CD pocket in there. And I've put those little fabric tabs going that way this time on that one. This is the last piece of that beautiful rose trim. I used it in a couple of different ways, you may have noticed, and cut a few things off. In fact, this little heart here actually makes the antennas for the moth on the front there. I've just cut them and turned them the opposite way. So things like that are really good to play with. I wasn't sure whether I would use this, but like I said, I was really running out of paper. Like this one is a Kaiser craft paper, and so is this one. I really had to piece the inside of the cover together. So, but I love the way it's turned out. I think it looks really nice. Another piece of the trim. And that's it. That's my journal. I hope you like it. This is going in my Etsy store. And I don't know. Oh, it's not that heavy, actually. It's just big. But what I think I will do is I will take everything out of the pockets and send it, like, the journal can sit in the bag there, and then I'll have a bag with all the ephemera in it, and whoever gets it can put it in wherever they want, or they can refer back to this video and see exactly where I've put everything. It's just, I think the journal will keep its shape better if it's mailed without everything in it, if you know what I mean. Oh, and I do have this. This is a writing plate, and I'm going to pop that in. You can ink that or decorate one edge of that, whoever ends up with this. But I just think that it's a good idea to have something solid to write in, especially when you're using journals that have lots of pockets and things. It's just the right size. So I'm going to probably just pop that in the back there, where it will lay nice and flat. But like I said, I will be taking everything out to post it, just so that it keeps its shape nicely and arrives nicely at the other end. But like, that's it. That's the journal. Isn't it lovely? That's the top of the journal. And I have sandwiched some strips of lovely cotton, actually linen, in between the covers there. So, and it gives it that nice edge to it as well. So there we go. That's my first project for Crafty Me Shop. Totally used up, well, almost totally used up the doily book kit. So I have the lovely little, I think it's a ballerina kit. It's got the little shoes and lots of pink things to be using on my next project. So these are the lovely little shoes. Aren't they just beautiful? So I was going to do this first, but I'm still not quite sure how I'm going to go about using them. So I thought, no, we will do the doily book kit first. So thank you for joining me today. And as usual, I will put links to Crafty Me Shop Facebook page in the description box below. It is a Facebook page, and it's not like a normal shop where you would go and see things and just buy them like that. It's a sale that's on usually once a week on a Friday in the US. It's Saturday here in Australia when the sales are normally on. But there will be a public post at the top of the Facebook page that will explain when the next sale will be on, and also the guidelines. And you will have to join the group if you want to take part in the sales. So thank you, everybody, and take care. Have a great week. Bye.